All right, let's talk now about President-elect Trump's plan to fulfill another campaign promise, and that is mass deportations of all undocumented immigrants. Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, is already in Texas. He was there this afternoon. He was meeting with Governor Greg Abbott in an effort to let Trump hit the ground running with his plan on day one of his administration. Well, as soon as he gets into the Oval. Homan saying that no one is going to stand in the way. Take a listen.
It's a shame we have other governors and other mayors who are right out of the gate. I said they're going to push back on President Trump and what we're trying to do, especially for interior enforcement. Let me be clear. There is going to be a mass deportation.
Maria Villarreal joining us now from Fort Worth, Texas, with more. All right, Maria, let's talk about the actions here that Homan and Abbott are talking about today in Texas, and how are those there in the state feeling?
We were just down on the border last week because we obviously know that in Texas, the land commissioner has talked about offering up, not just 1,400 acres of land along the border in Starr County, Texas, but really she's saying, listen, I've got 13 million acres that we could offer up for mass deportations depending on what the Trump administration wants and needs. At this point, the administration has not signed on the dotted line, so there is no, marriage just yet between the land commissioner and the immigration czar. But listen, they are having these conversations. They're trying to figure out where the best location is going to be to carry out exactly what we heard Homan talking about today, the mass deportations. In the past, over the last few weeks, he has tried to focus in on explaining that they're going to go after the criminal element here, people who are in the country, not by legal means, but have committed crimes. When we spoke to people along the border, that was their focus as well. For them, this is, yes, about fixing the immigration system, but they have bigger priorities down there. They want to see the economy fixed more than they want to see the immigration system fixed. And so that's really what they are hoping to do. They understand that this is a country of laws, and they certainly want to see things change in the immigration realm, but it's not the only thing on their to-do list down in South Texas.
Well, and leaders of various countries are already speaking out, saying they are not going to play along, from tariffs to mass deportations. You've got Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum with some pretty strong words today for President-elect Trump over immigration and his proposed tariffs. Let's talk about what she said.
Kira, for me, this was a moment of her taking a stand. We heard, Selena referenced this a little bit earlier when you guys were talking. I mean, she basically just said, listen, every day we come out here, we talk about all sorts of things that are affecting Mexico. And for her, it was very important to address what the incoming president talked about, the idea that there could potentially be threats of tariffs, hanging over their head, and directly connecting it to immigration. She not only wrote a letter to the president that she plans to send to him, but then she continued to read that letter today in Spanish. She basically started off by saying, look, we have a very comprehensive immigration plan in place here in our country, and it is working well. She then quoted CBP statistics talking about the decrease in apprehensions along the border, and basically said that threats and tariffs are not going to work. They have to work together, and they have to focus on working on this together, or else the migration situation will continue to be out of hand. Kira?
Maria Villarreal, appreciate it. Thank you.